Hey Callie, we're flash flooding. I'm not in my thermals, the snow's gone, and it's a bit worrying, but I'll let you know why it's not for us. Where we are, just up on the ledge there, as you can see, we're on a ledge. Now, being on this mountain, we've just started to flash flood down through here, and it's going all the way down and all the way down there, and even further. For those of you that think we might not necessarily know what we're doing, because of the lay of the land, I'll get a bit autismo with you on this. We're up on the ledge there. There's also another ledge running up through there. Now, the rest of the mountain is up through here. Any flash flooding is going to join the stream, which is just up the way. It's going to join through. It'll join through from the other path, and it'll converge at this point. Now, it's got a big, wide gap for when it swells. The tent is up on that ledge. The camera doesn't do it much justice, but it is a fair way up. It is a fair way up. Now, if I come up through here, what you're going to be able to see is the water's running down through there. You see it running along the bottom? It's running all the way down through there and through to there. Oh look, bit of cabbage on the tree. Damn it. So we've had a lot of comments about our tarp with regards to the snow and how we're doing it all wrong. Now, I'm going to have to show you something here. This side is covering our cooking side, which is Tara's side. There's no bowling and there's plenty of runoff. There's also plenty of movement in the tarp to allow for it to dry. But also, when the wind blows, these spindly little trees here, and this one here, and the one behind this big trunk, which is that one there. Now what happens is, when the wind blows, if you've got your tarp super tight like that, well, you're going to have no give. And what's going to happen, it'll actually tear your tarp, particularly if it's frozen. Now, why do I say this? Because we've had it happen to us. We have had it happen to us once with an old tarp that we used. We made sure that it was up proper tight. We got caught out in a bad storm, and it teared our tarp and it warped it in different parts. In fact, even this tarp, at one point in its life, on the middle one there, now on that middle one was when we had it up in a storm and we had it nice and taut. We had a nice, we had a nice apex on it as well. It was brilliant. That wind blew, it ripped it to, well, it didn't rip it to shreds, but it ripped that out. It split the tab on it, and inevitably we got wet. So it does happen. It does happen when, you try and go textbook, and textbook goes wrong, so you have to improvise. This setup, we've improvised for a change. No longer cold. I'm out on my thermals. I'm just bloody wet.
So yes, it appears we're tent bound again for a bit.
I'll put my top back on. It's always good to stay warm rather than waiting until you're getting too cold and then try and warm back up. So
particularly if you're just sitting around in a tent, But the way this flash flooding is happening right now, just to give you some kind of idea, the ledge that we're on is actually somewhat of an island of a mound. So yeah. We're literally surrounded.
Well, we're not surrounded on both sides, but we are essentially,
to get to the path, what I mean is to get back onto that main path, we will have to wade through it, basically.
And I got, guess what? I got work this afternoon. Yeah, those of you that said that I should get a job, I got work this afternoon in the flooding.
Yeah, but there is probably every possibility that might be cancelled at the moment.
They might cancel it, but I won't,
Yeah, but just for the record, the cave situation.
Yes, yeah, the cave, yeah.
Now, clearly, we've just been waiting for the right time, if we're honest, because the thing is we've had quite a bit of a snowfall and freezing temperatures. That's not a good situation to be climbing up a you know, you don't want to do that in snow.
That's just dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. And of course, now we've got flash flooding. Now we've got the next problem. So we're literally not stringing you along at all. We're as desperate to find out what this is as
no hocus
anybody
pocus.
else. In fact, more so than anybody else, because we're living
we
next to it.
live here. We're living right next to
We're
it.
living right next to whatever it
and
is.
there was I was reading online while I was following after you said about the big cat sightings and stuff like that, and they actually got confirmation on the DNA of the big cat. So I was like,
And apparently, the big cat that they identified, they're saying that when we were reading up about it, it was saying that they're quite quiet creatures and they only come out at night. They don't make a lot of noise. And we're thinking, well,
we haven't heard any noise.
we haven't heard any noise. We haven't seen anything in the daytime.
We were hoping it was going to snow a lot more. Because tracking animals in the snow,
Oh, brilliant!
yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, and you would get a proper definitive paw print.
But of course,
or
we can't
print.
get up there in the snow, so
Yeah.
it would literally be if we'd have seen. I mean, if it was prowling the mountain, you'd see. But of course, we
Yeah,
can't get up there.
we watched a documentary last night as well about this Siberian tiger.
Oh yeah, God, that helped me
And
sleep.
yeah, and this guy saw a boar, and what he done is he took a bit of meat from this boar that was already killed, and got back to his shack and put the meat in his shed, and all of a sudden the shed's being ripped to shreds and all this lot, and he's like looking through his little spy holes in the cabins, and there's this big dark figure out there. He couldn't see what it was, and it turns out it was a Siberian tiger. He was marked. He
Yeah.
was fired, wasn't
The
it?
thing that you got to understand about cats, though, is cats do seek revenge.
Yes.
If you upset a cat, it will come for revenge.
Yeah. So
and apparently, it hunted this man down. In fact, not only did it hunt it down, it tricked him.
it tricked him. Yeah, actually fooled him and set up a trap.
Yeah.
It hurt one of his dogs, and set up this trap in his cabin for when he went back there with all
With
the
the
rest
dog
of the
wounded,
people.
he put the wounded dog in amongst a load of broken furniture, so the
Yeah.
dog would whimper. And as the man went to go and check in on the dog, of course, he had him in prime position. The cat
And yeah, took
took him out.
But not to scare you. It's just that's the kind of stuff we listen to and watch at night time. You watch us, but we watch that.
We watch that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We like watching the scary, freaky stuff because I suppose, in a way, I do. Yeah.
I don't.
He does, and he gets the heebie-jeebies, but I quite like it because I think, well, I like the thrill, you know. Could it be? Ooh.
I mean, if it was, I suppose paranormal stuff plays in my head a bit. But but the Siberian tiger is like, well, yeah. If you're marked for death by a Siberian tiger, you've got no hope.
I guess the moral to that story is don't take another animal's kill.
Yeah. But we're also not in Siberia.
No,
So
so we should be all right
we're
on that
right.
score. Yeah. It's probably just an overgrown tabby. We're not going to tackle that but our safety is more important than a YouTube video.
Yeah.
So it will come at
It will
some
come,
point.
yeah.
But yeah, we just got to get the right time.
Thank you to all of you new subscribers and people that have liked, commented and shared us around. It's been absolutely awesome, hasn't it?
Yes, we very much appreciate you.
Yeah. I mean, so many of you as well. And yeah, thank you to you guys. We haven't been able to get to the shop because of the flood and the snow and all that lot, but thank you. And we might buy a hot soup, but we make soup, so but it's cool. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned because we're going to be getting on the road soon, aren't we? We're going to have to, because this flash flooding, if the temperature drops, it's it's going to freeze.
Well,
and
all
it's-
that wet ground, if that wet ground freezes, is that it's going to get quite cold in this position. So
Yeah.
we'll go on a bit of a march, I think.
We'll go over and explore.
Yeah, a little walkabout, because it's always nice when the weather drops. You know, it's a good way to stay warm doing a walkabout.
Yeah, you keep warm. You get to see a lot. We get to see a lot more as well, don't we? I think.
Yeah, especially in the winter.
Yeah.
So that could be coming up in the next week or two.
Yes, definitely. Stay tuned for that. We might take you to a couple of secret places that we found over the duration of us being in this certain area. They're quite nice, though, aren't they?
And anyone that wants any additional content, we
Yeah.
do have a member subscribe where you can get some behind the scenes and
You
some
get
extra
sneak peeks
footage.
of photography, Tara's art, you know, works
Yeah.
in progress.
Yeah, sometimes we'll be uploading to the members only before uploading publicly.
Yep, 24 hours before at least. We try
At
to.
least, yeah. So, and that, but that's not with every video.
No.
So, but we try to accommodate that. But by becoming a member, of course, you give us some support, which is awesome.
And we try and give back to you as much as we possibly can, you know, little sneak peeks behind the scenes, you know, all of that lot. Just to say thank you for that added support, don't we? So
Absolutely.
you guys are awesome.
Take care, stay warm.
Yes. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe. Subscribe. It's free.
It is free.
And share around. Happy hopping.
hopping.